Drop your location, I'm coming to find you. Don't like the past, but let me get behind you. I am that guy for real, must I remind you? Flowers at dinner, the restaurant private. She sucked it good, understood the assignment.
Alright, hi y'all. Everybody say hey. Alright y'all, so today I'm here with a bunch of people. We part of Ncat 27, class of 27 on top. Anyways, we're just doing an informational video to answer all y'all questions, concerns, comments. Just give y'all like a realistic perspective of what life here is like at the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. So hi y'all, my name is Sela. I am a business information technology student from Hampton, Virginia.
My name is Amari. I am a freshman marketing student from Prince George's County, Maryland.
Hey y'all, I am Asia Jenrette. I'm a freshman pre-law student from Bear, Delaware.
I thought we were going that way. Hey y'all, my name is Philip Colbert from the third. I'm a freshman kinesiology student from Annapolis, Maryland.
Yo, what's up y'all? My name is Shami Bukoye and I'm a freshman computer science student from Prince George's County, Maryland.
Okay, well to start off, let me say something like, a couple of y'all got some stuff behind y'all names. Like, would y'all like to let the people know? Like, what's up?
I'm an honor student and a Lewis and Elizabeth Dowdy Scholar here at A&T. I'm also the 2024-2025 Miss Beta Epsilon for the Beta Epsilon chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
I am serving as the Mr. 1932 for the Alpha Phi chapter of Alpha and Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, but I am also the Aggie student voice, so I'll be having my own radio and podcast show for the school.
Oh, wait, what did you Wait, you're real? That's good.
Y'all talking to some involved students.
Absolutely. Clock it, all right.
For the 2024-2025 academic school year, I'll be serving as Mr. 1908 for the Alpha Phi chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Right now, I also serve as a member of the Aggie Male Empowerment Network website committee. And next semester, I'll be leading the community service committee for Aggie Men as well. So.
E-board. Hey y'all, Sela again, and I currently serve as a Dean's Ambassador for the Willie A. Dees College of Business and Economics, and I am now the president of Noble Brothers and Sisters. It's an organization on campus. I'm telling y'all, freshmen, y'all need to apply to be in Noble Brothers and Sisters. I'm telling you, you'll get a mentor, a cohort. All my Noble Brothers and my Noble Sisters, we like this. We like this, okay?
I'm the social media director for the radio station here, and I'm also the president intern for an organization called Boss Professional Development.
We only freshmen, y'all.
Yes. All out of state. Mind you. All out of state.
Zero connections. We
Ain't
can't
no
like
nobody. Ain't no. How is the living situation?
Oh, let me go first.
Okay.
State where you stay.
Okay, so I stay in Cooper Hall. It's right by the student center. It's an all-male dormitory. To be quite transparent with y'all, it's not the best of a living situation, but coming into college, my mentality was really just making the best out of my situation. So, I mean, it's not the best living situation, but, you know, I've made a lot of friends in Cooper Hall. Sometimes my friends come over to see me, like, I mean, I'll just be chilling in Cooper Hall. So, I mean, it's not the best living situations, but I really think that coming to NT, regardless of what situation you're in, making the best out of your situation is very important. So,
Heavy on that answer.
Absolutely.
If you're a lady, don't go in Cooper, please.
Right, don't be caught, please.
They're gonna call you a Cooper trooper if you don't want to be a Cooper trooper.
Absolutely.
I say, don't worry about the perception.
Don't listen to him.
Don't worry about the
Whatever he's saying right now,
placed on you by others.
close your ears.
I stay in Morrill Hall, and I would definitely say the same thing. I don't feel like it's horrible. I do feel like the communal bathrooms. First, I do want to say 9 times 10, if you are a freshman, you're gonna probably end up on the south side in a communal bathroom, or like
Especially
maybe
as a
a
lady.
suite. But yeah, especially as a girl. But I would say that it really is just what you make it, whatever you decide to.
Absolutely.
If you decide to have a
control.
positive, outlook on the situation, then that's the type of situation you're gonna have or whatever. But the communal bathrooms really just depend on who lives on your floor. Like if you have dirty people that live on your floor, then the communal bathroom is gonna be dirty.
That's
but
fair.
they do clean them every day, except for weekends. But
So
it will be
I
fine.
also stay in Spate, which is an all-girl community bathroom, and I say Spate if you're a girl and you do get unlucky and have to get a community bathroom, I would recommend it because, you know, we got a walk-in closet. So pretty big closet. It's pretty secluded, pretty quiet there. The only downfall of Spade is like, it's like the farthest door on campus. So like, it's a hike. I catch the shuttle though.
I stay in Aggie Villages. I stay in McNeil Hall. And honestly, I don't have communal bathrooms. I share one bathroom with 3 other girls. Shout out to my roommates. And I really love it. I would definitely recommend, if you can, apply to the Honors College. Literally, even if you think I don't have enough accolades behind me, do it anyway. Like, when I tell you, just do it anyway, because a lot of times we're just looking for personality. Like, just submit that application. The rooms over there are really cool. It's really quiet. We have study rooms. And also, whatever dorm you get, decorate that room. Like, you're going to be so, I hate to say for lack of better words, miserable if you walk in your room and you hate it every day. But if you're here for about 10 months, go ahead and, I don't know what kind of bread you gotta spend.
Get that wallpaper.
I had wallpaper. I got pillows. Like, the colors,
it's your space. It's your sanctuary at the end of the day. So invest.
I don't care what hall you're in. Decorate that room.
And Aggie Suites. So there's actually Aggie Suites E and there's Aggie Suites F. Fun fact: they're called E and F because they're actually shaped like what they're named after. So I got pretty lucky with my living situation due to like special circumstances with my enrollment with the school. But one thing that I will say, it is one of the more rowdier dorms, but that is more so due to like the people that I live with. So one thing I will say is like, yeah, somebody may say go live in this dorm because it's nice or like it's chiller, but it really depends on who you're living with in that building.
That's real.
And yeah, like my dorm is like pretty in between. Like I get my own bathroom. Well, like I share a bathroom with my roommate and my suite mates, but it's like, I won't say it's as nice as Villages, but it's not like as, I'm not gonna, for a better like word, as bad as like some of the older dorms per se.
I'm about to say, you trying to do shots and shit.
Nah, every time I'm in Edo, they always like, something's going on.
Yeah.
Anytime you walk in, there's something.
Some people from Villages go to E just to have a party.
I'm never bored, I will say that.
Yeah.
There was a sweets party in the hallway. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Yes.
How is Greensboro and the surrounding area?
I'll go first. The locals ruin everything. I'm sorry, no hate to the like black community or whatever, but the surrounding areas of a lot of HBCUs are just kind of, and they kind of come on the campus and ruin things for the actual students. Like they kind of be like crash outs a little bit.
They do.
And
not a little bit. They are crash out.
Kind of.
And they ruin a lot of stuff for us a lot of the time. So I would say that the surrounding area of Greensboro is not the best, just because
it was a culture shock.
They don't really know how to like just they don't know how to act.
Zero decorum,
and they love coming to A&T to get down.
Yeah, but it's just like then they end up bringing their drama and all the other foolishness, and then they just kind of.
It's really, bro. Like I probably shouldn't say this. It's really like the guys that.
Yeah, it's
I've never heard of like a woman or a young lady coming on here and doing something destructive or acting like something, acting in a way that they shouldn't. It's really the guys,
be the boys with the dirt bikes.
And
bro,
the boys with the dirt bikes.
Them ATV riders, them dirt bike riders. If campus feel good, they're gonna be here. I'm not gonna tell you.
They ain't never done nothing like.
Yeah, it don't even be them.
Tell you do or don't
locals. Like
I will say, something. I'm from Hampton, Virginia. Something I wasn't used to when I came to Greensboro is like they have like a very, very large homeless population. So like, no matter where you go, you're kind of gonna interact with that, and like they'll probably come up to you, try and talk to you. You know, it's just a lot of them that I wasn't expecting. Go ahead.
Oh, I want to say, as far as like the Greensboro community, I feel like to be quite transparent, North Carolina A&T is the epitome of Greensboro.
Yeah.
Like there's only so much you can do if you're not at the age of 21. Like, so I would say that's just something to be mindful of. if you're looking to do stuff like around like off campus.
sure.
There's only so much you can do if you're not 21 and up. So
That's real.
I would
But
say-
what you can do is you can eat, and I'm gonna tell y'all, go
Yes.
to TikTok because you can get a whole bunch of little like mom and pop restaurants. that
We
you
got a
can
lot of
just
hidden
eat in.
gems.
Yeah,
a lot of places
not
do
the
photo
big-
shoots.
Yes, not the big franchises, but the little ones. Like you can get some good food.
Okay,
will-
these two are good.
I will say, like, one thing is, if you're somebody that doesn't like to live somewhere with a lot of people that's very crowded, this is a very, like, intermediate type of area we live in.
That's
So it's
fair.
not too many people, and it's not too less.
Yeah.
Too less?
Yeah.
It's not like the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
but it's not New York City.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Or, like, DC.
To start off, as a girl, do you feel safe on campus? How good is campus security?
That's good.
I would say that I feel pretty safe on campus. Like I'll walk in the dark. I'll walk wherever I gotta walk. I mean, I don't want to, but like I wouldn't want to no matter where I was.
Yeah.
So I feel like that, and I will say that with a lot of the girls' dorms, they are more like hyper aware of what's going on. Like their security is gonna be outside when it's nighttime, or like they're gonna be in the building. Like if you live in an all girls dorm, they're definitely a lot more like on top of the security and making sure that there aren't boys coming in and out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Literally. Go ahead.
Oh, and all in all, I would just say like Mari hard body, so like she'll walk anywhere by herself. The shuttle does run like at night. It just like takes longer to get to you, but
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all meet like the right people, if you have a male friend, like an Aggie male friend, oftentimes you ask them like, hey, you trying to walk me back to my dorm because it's late, woo, woo. Like most of the time, at least one person will look out for you, make sure you straight, go about their business. So
you say no, he don't need to be your friend. I ain't gonna lie.
Literally, I agree. And then to touch on both of them, as a girl, I also feel safe, but I kind of wanted to bring up like, I was campaigning about a month ago, and I was like, let me go ahead and put up some doors. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, put up some flyers. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I brought my friend with me. And security guards outside, we going to, I think it was going tomorrow. We was going to our girls' dorm, and the police officer stopped and was like, he can't go in there.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, I know that's right. I said, my man, you stay right here. And I wanted to go put the flyers up, but like I said that to say, security is doing their job. Like there is no point in time where I feel like I need to go, you know, have to fight somebody on campus.
yeah, and also to touch on like the visitation and stuff within, like for us, you can have visitation. They don't really do too much with it. People can come in and out your room. But if you stay in an all girl dorm, the males have to be out by midnight.
That's where the strictness comes in.
And don't have them boys in the bathrooms. If you stay in a
Yeah.
communal, do not have the boys in the
Please.
bathroom.
They have a specific bathroom for the guest.
Yes.
I shouldn't be seeing him.
They're gonna talk about you in that group meeting.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Trust.
So quick question: does your Aggie one allow you into any dorm?
No.
No.
Your Aggie one only allows you to get into your dorm and to get into the caf,
So get
get
those
into
ideas.
the gym.
Don't
Yeah,
get no
that's
ideas.
it.
Yeah, but you cannot
You
swipe
cannot just swipe it
in.
in. Yeah. How's the food?
Story.
Alright, can I go?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
As somebody like who enjoys culinary
About to say something.
things of that nature, I would say like at first. All right, so this is my thing, like a general consensus for me. The food is not bad. The food, it is edible. It's not anything that's terrible.
That's real.
But what I will say is the people in the caf lack like originality when it comes to like what they serve, because it's the same. Like you go over to Williams, which is actually like our bigger cafeteria, and then you go over to Marketplace, which is our smaller cafeteria in the student center. It's the same stuff, like all
in different fonts
all the time.
Yeah.
And so I'll say this, like if you're somebody that's not a picky eater, then that's fine. But if you know you have an acquired taste, I would say like we have other options too. So we have a sub place like downstairs in the student center. We have a new Chick-fil-A that got built on campus. We have a Qdoba,
Starbucks.
Pizza place.
Starbucks, pizza place. So, and you can use your flex. Like you don't have to use your regular money. I mean, it's still your money at the end of the day, but like you can use your flex to get that type of stuff. So I would just say that's my only gripe when it comes to like the food on campus.
I'll say, me personally, I came into college at 135 pounds. I am now 118 pounds.
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
I was
Wasn't no
175.
freshman 15.
Girl, I gained weight.
I did.
Like,
Wasn't no that's another thing. We live on the south side, so we
gotta
hiking.
walk.
We've been hiking
walking.
since the first day of
Be prepared
class.
to,
We've been
prepared to
hiking.
walk, man.
Unless you
So-
stay in Villages, Cooper, or like, bruh,
Something in the central
you're
area.
gonna
of
be
the campus.
hiking. hiking.
To that kid.
But I will say, how's the food? There's always a way around it. Like, I'll say if the food nasty, right, in the Big Calf Williams. If the food nasty, you can always ask, like, hey, can you make me a hamburger? Can you make me a turkey burger? Like, you can always get an alternative, or they can make you a sub or a salad, or you can make a waffle, like, or eat cereal. If it's bad enough, I'm gonna eat cereal. So you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Like,
You may not be living your best life.
Yeah, like I will definitely say like what Phil said, like emphasizing that like it's edible. It's not horrible, but it's also not like, oh my god, like I cannot wait to go eat at the calf today. Like it's like you're just eating to get by.
I don't know. It's
Like you're just eating to get,
But I will
you're just eating to get
also
by.
say there's other options like 1891 Bistro, and we have what's it called?
Aggie
Wings. And well, Elements just says snacks. But like either way, you're gonna find something to eat on
Yeah,
campus.
you'll
You don't
find
have to leave campus to eat. Like the
Yeah.
food,
Yeah, nah.
you can get it done for real.
I think
Somebody asked, can you have a car on campus your freshman year? And is there any parking?
I do want to note that there are special circumstances where you still can get your car as a freshman. If you have medical reasons for like doctor's appointments that are consistent, orthodontist appointments, things of that nature, you have proof of that, you can have your car. If you have a job or family issues, anything that you have proof of, you can bring your vehicle. Sometimes upperclassmen will register an underclassman's car under their name if they don't have a car, and that's a way that you can kind of get around it to still have a car. But don't do that and get caught, because you could get in trouble if they find out.
For student? Is there any parking for students? So I'm gonna answer this question because I have a special case. I came in with a lot of credits from high school, so technically I was classified as a like sophomore, junior when I first came in. So I was allowed to have a car because technically, like when it shows up in the system, I'm not a freshman. So if you're in the same like scenario where you have like over 30 credits coming into college, you can have a car. Also, there is parking for students, but you have to pay for it. One, you have to get a parking pass. Two, parking is actually very hectic. Like unless you stay on the campus and your car stays parked in a specific spot or like a specific lot all throughout the week, then if you try to move your car like throughout the day, you're gonna be fighting with people for parking spots because it's very limited.
This question says, is it easy to get distracted with everything there is going on campus, you know, litness, all of that?
All right.
I'll start.
So I'm gonna give y'all some advice for the young men. Hopefully there are some young men watching. So distractions. The distractions, they come in beautiful forms and shapes and things of that nature. But for the young men out there, I want you to know this. Women are going to get their work done. They are going to get their work done. My mom told me this, and I'm gonna share it with y'all. While you're on the phone with her and just talking to her and not doing nothing else on the other side of the phone, she's talking to you on the phone, she's doing her hair, she didn't already did her homework, she didn't already study for a test and quiz. So I want you to know, like, you're the one being distracted. She's not gonna be distracted. So I want you to like, and especially like freshmen, like I know like you're coming in and you see all like, I'm gonna just be real, like you're seeing all these girls, like HBCUs are filled with some of the most beautiful women on the face of the earth. I'm gonna be real. And so like it could be a lot and be very overstimulating, but I want you to know like you're at school for education. You are not here to, I mean, still have fun, still enjoy yourself, but just know like the main purpose that you came to school is to be educated and get your degree.
One thing I wanted to add on to what you said is like, there's no rush. Like, granted, you're gonna come to college, it's gonna be, like college is like a once in a lifetime experience. Like, there's never gonna be another time where you spend 4 years in like such a community where like everything is walkable. You're seeing all these different, or women or young men that you've never seen before in your life. But I would just say like, just take your time. Like, there's a time and place for everything. Like, like that's not gonna go anywhere. But you know, at the end of the day, you want to make sure that you're graduating at a reasonable time. You want to make sure that like you're doing what your parents sent you to school for. So
shouldn't be here after 7 years, unless you're getting a master's, unless you're getting like a graduate.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Going into like the girls' perspective, I will say A&T is one thing about A&T students, they're going to be in that library, but they're also going to be lit on the weekend. Like, the library is going to be packed, but the party's also going to be packed. So you just need to know how to balance both. Like, if you know your work is not done, you shouldn't be out at the party this weekend. Like, and it's very easy to come in as a freshman and like, especially that first week on campus, it's easy for you to be outside. Matter of fact,
Like
the
a
first
movie.
2 weeks. The
movie,
first 2 weeks on
Netflix.
campus, it's so easy for you to be outside and like outside. And another thing is, don't spend all of your money on these parties. It don't be worth it. But outside of that, I would just say it is easy to get distracted when you have such a active, like, our campus is active, but then just like it's just active. Like
There's always
A&T
something
students,
going on.
there's always something to do. So it's definitely easy to get distracted, but it's really just your job to make sure that you're getting your priorities straight before you decide to.
There we go.
I'll touch on that a little bit too. Like she said, it's the campus itself, especially when you first get to school, like when it's warm and all of that. Just walking to the student center, walking to your dorm, you're gonna see a bunch of people in one area. Y'all gonna see dirt bikes. It might be a DJ, free food, this, that, and the third. It's always something to get into, but it's always a self thing. So the question is it easy to get distracted? Yes. It's very easy to get distracted, but it's a you thing. Yes,
Yeah,
it's a you
discipline.
thing. Like, it's all up to you. What's more important is being outside and like making your face seem more important than your academics. Because at the end of the day, anything big that you want to do on campus is always going to tie back to your academics. And I'm gonna emphasize that, anything big. So baby, once that GPA stops starting with a 3, you done for. You done for.
Yeah, so just wrap it up.
Yes. So
Your person. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
To go off what she said, your personality can only take you so far.
Yeah.
Because then they gonna start looking at papers, what you got. But anyways, I think like everybody has really, really good, insightful comments. But I also think like opportunity wise, A&T is so saturated. Like, and for me, it was definitely difficult my first semester because I'm like, oh, they said I can do this, I want to do this, and I can do this. Oh, I want to do that too. And they said I can sign up for this, and I'm in this club, and I'm doing this club, but they also said I can do this extra credit assignment. It's really easy to get distracted in that sense because it's like you're potentially losing sight of your end goal because you're trying to do everything in the world because A&T is literally the largest. So you're going to have 18 million clubs, 18 million opportunities. Like, don't allow yourself to just do it to do it. Like, be intentional about everything that you sign up for. Think about it. Don't just put your name down because, listen, I signed up for 8 a.m. tomorrow, a little, like, video they're doing, and I was like, oh, man, I got to do that just because I was doing stuff, and that's real. Like, I got to admit. So, definitely, like, that's easy way to get distracted.
I would say, like, the biggest thing that's going to take you far is discipline. Like, you know, we all had times where we didn't feel like doing that assignment or getting up for class, but if you have discipline, like, you'll be fine. So make sure you have discipline for sure.
It says, does A&T have an honors program? Which we know yes. What are the benefits of being a part of it?
That's so cute. So honestly, I'm such a big advocate for A&T's honors program. Part of it. For one, the biggest one is housing. I'm so sorry. Like, I know they say don't apply just for housing, but listen.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
You're gonna be in villages. You're in the central part of campus. You don't have to walk too far anywhere. You share your bathroom with three people, and then once you get your sophomore year, you get your own room. Like, we have study rooms on every hall. The washing machines is always like fine. We have vending machines. Like, the dorm is nice. I have zero issues with my dorm. Aside from residence halls. On the honors college, when I first came in, mind you, I'm an out-of-state student. I had zero connections in Greensboro, North Carolina. Like, I didn't know nobody. But the honors college provides you with mentors. I came in with sophomore and junior mentors, one for Dowdy, one for honors, and literally they just guided me through my entire first semester. If I had a question, I asked them, and it's like just having someone there who has already been through what you've been through, so they can just, they're a phone call or a text away. And then honestly, in terms of discipline, the honors college has allowed me to maintain my GPA. I was blessed to finish last semester with a 4.0 because like my advisors have been so involved with creating my schedule and keeping me on track and just encouraging me to keep going because listen, this stuff get difficult. They hit me with a 10-page paper once. I said, hold on. Hold on. But I think the honors college is just a community, and I definitely would recommend it for any incoming freshman. It's definitely a blessing.
Yeah.
This says this happened with me and Amari, so we can speak to this. Have y'all ever asked financial aid for more money, and if so, how did that go? So to start off, financial aid itself, did I ask them for more money? Well, y'all, I have a full ride scholarship, but second semester, something had messed up with my money, and I ended up having to pay $4,000. So I'm gonna just start there. And asking financial aid themselves, if you genuinely want money from them, my advice is that you go in their face, look them in the eye, and bang on the table. Cause okay, don't bang on the table. But as far as emailing, I guarantee you, like emails, they really get lost. Unless you go on the website and figure out who exactly works in the financial aid department and you email them personally, your email is probably going to get lost. As far as phone calls goes, you'll probably be on hold for a very long time and the call just disconnect. So financial aid itself, did I get any more money from them? No. As far as me getting more money though, I am a part of the College of Business and Economics, also known as COBE. So I want y'all to note that financial aid isn't the only people with money. Your colleges itself have money. So I reached out to my dean and my department chairs. I let them know my situation. Was like, hey y'all, like I don't know how this bill about to get paid. They about to drop my classes. And my bill was at zero. Made that bill zero. So
that's right.
I'm just
I'm another student of COBE, and I just want to say, if you are a student that's very involved in COBE, they're gonna look out for you always. So basically, at the beginning of this year, I had I was signing up for a payment plan and it wasn't really working. I was waiting for a scholarship to come through. I signed up for a payment plan, it wasn't working. They kept dropping my classes. I had a little balance left on my account, and so they kept dropping my classes. I ended up reaching out to my department chair. I'm like, hey, I need you to what's it called when they put you in the class, like override? Yeah, I need you to override these classes for me, put me back in the class because they keep dropping my classes because I had this bill that needs to be paid. I'm waiting for a scholarship to come through. And so he put me back in the classes, but then literally like the next day, the dean of the college literally sent me an email and she was just like, oh, we decided to just give you a scholarship and cover the rest of your bill. And I was just like, oh, like, wow. So yeah, like COBE looks out when you really need them, and if you like are a student who has shown that like you're definitely an asset to the college, they're gonna look out for you always.
So what were our stats coming into A&T? I'm gonna just keep it like number type.
Okay.
So my stats, I had a 4.38 GPA and I took the SAT, I got an 1180. That's mid, but I still submitted it. I was ranked number 3 in my class, and like I was president of a couple of organizations, but I was class president as well, so like yeah.
I had a 3.9 GPA. I didn't submit my SAT score. I also what was that? We didn't have class rank and stuff like that. So I had a 3.9, and I was a part of a lot of organizations at my high school. Like I was a part of SGA, I was a part of Principals Action Council. I also did a lot of community service. Like I was a junior volunteer coach, so I was involved, and then I also had like good academics, and then outside of that I came in with 50 college credits.
My stats, graduating high school, I had a 4.2 GPA. My SATs were test optional, so I did not submit those. I was also heavily involved. I feel like my application stood out just because I was doing everything. I was in SGA, NHS, e-board, varsity cheerleading. I was doing recycling club. I was just doing stuff for real. I can't lie.
I actually finished high school with a 3.3, and then I was involved. I mean, I was on SGA. I played basketball. I ended up managing. I was in some clubs. I was like a student ambassador, so like I was somebody like if the school, because I went to private school, so if they needed investors to come, I was a student that they used to like be like, hey, try and get them to give us some money and be nice to them and stuff like that. So yeah.
I didn't know you was a private school kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, so coming out of high school, I graduated with a 4.21 GPA. I think that was like top 10% of my graduating class. My SAT score was 1250. And I was a dual sport athlete, so I played baseball and I ran track and field all high school. I wasn't the most involved in high school, but I definitely changed that now, so yeah.
How was the adjustment from high school to college? Is the workload a lot?
Oh, for me, I went to a magnet school, so I was enrolled in the science and technology program in the county that I was at, and that was a very, very rigorous program. Like at the end of my senior year, I had to complete a research practicum project at the University of Maryland where I conducted research, and I presented it in front of my whole school.
Oh, very.
And throughout this time in high school, like I was always used to having a lot of work. So kind of going to college, it was kind of a bit easier because college is a lot more, you have a lot more time on your hands. So I was able to make that adjustment because I didn't have, I had more time in between like deadlines and stuff like that. So it was kind of easy for me to adjust. But the only thing was, my major is not the easiest, you know, it's computer science. So I kind of still was like, I was outside like all that much last semester because I was really just getting adjusted to my major and how rigorous it was. But I feel like high school definitely prepared me for the rigor that college can, you know, present.
Honestly, I totally agree with Shami. I went to a college private school, and so literally like they prepared me for everything. We had the 8 classes a day. We had the AP courses. We had like the deadlines, the turnarounds that was real quick. Yeah. So coming into college, I was honestly, I got here, I was like, what you mean I only got 2 classes on Mondays? Yeah. I'm doing all of this. So I think I would definitely say prepare me. And then also because I was so heavily involved, like I learned to split varsity cheer with being captain of the debate team, with being vice president of my class, with being NHS. Like I learned time management in high school, so when I got to college, I was like, I'm good, so it's okay.
And for me with college, it's like you're kind of in control of a lot of things. Like you're in control of your schedule. You're in control of what professors you end up taking. And a lot of students, like they use Rate My Professor to see like what other students think about the professors, what they rate them. Please use it. Absolutely. I'll say for me personally, I use Rate My Professor like extensively. So I was very, very like selective when selecting my professors. So for me, I'm a business major, business IT, so a lot of people say business major is easy. Right now it is easy, but yeah. So was the adjustment hard? No. If anything, I feel like in high school, your teachers and stuff try to scare you about how strict college professors are. Some of them are, don't get me wrong, some of them are, but a lot of stuff in college is a lot more understanding and like, they're not gonna be on you. Like, ain't nobody gonna be down your throat saying, turn this in, do this, do that. If you don't turn it in, they still get paid. So
they don't care.
Mm-hmm. So it's like nobody's gonna be breathing down your throat to tell you do this, do that. You can't be on your phone. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, it's your money.
Yeah, literally.
Like, literally. And it's your time. So
outside of the academic standpoint, from a social standpoint, adjusting from high school to college, I do want to say that at A&T, I feel like this is a school where you really have to step out of your comfort zone. Like, this is a very big school. There's a lot of people here. So it's not like high school where it's kind of like, oh, everybody just meets everybody and you kind of just end up having friends. Like, you kind of have to, once you get to college, I feel like you kind of have to go out of your way to make sure that, yes, you have to be very intentional in meeting people, maintaining relationships, and like just getting yourself out there. I would say that's something that is a lot different coming from high school to college, because there are so many different people, and like nobody's going to force you to come out of your room, and nobody's going to force you to talk to anybody. You have to do it yourself.
Let me clear the air now, y'all. College, A&T, humbling. Baby, it don't matter if it was prom queen, homecoming queen, class president, 4.0 GPA, valedictorian, as soon as you touch
12K followers on Instagram,
as soon as you put that big toe on campus, none of that matter.
Nobody knows you. Like, you can meet somebody in the stew on Monday, walk past them on Tuesday. Nobody remembers you because it's like,
oh my gosh.
Listen.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like
listen, nobody is humbling.
And I want to add on to what they said. A&T is definitely like has a rich culture of people who have like accomplished a lot. So I'll say don't come in if you plan on coming to A&T, don't come into A&T with like your nose up in the air thinking like you're the stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, everything that you've done, there's probably 15 people in the suit that walked past you did the exact same thing.
And then on top of that, everything that you want to do,
they did.
Everybody wants to do it.
Absolutely.
Like, oh yeah, so 3 of us did pageants, and her pageant, she had, how many people you had?
14 with it.
I had 14 other contestants.
She had 14 other contestants, but imagine how many girls applied.
Literally, they told the number was huge.
We had only 7 in ours, but imagine how many people applied. So
the rigorous application process.
Yeah, so I would honestly say when you finally get here, I would honestly say just learn how to set yourself apart.
And don't take your opportunities for granted. Like,
Ever.
we're only
Ever.
freshmen, and like next semester we're going to serve as Royal Court. Like,
The radio job that I got, so one night I saw it, I wanted to do it, but I had homework, and then I was like, dang, I can't do it. So 2 days later, I was like, wait, I still want to do that. So I ended up DMing the people like, oh, can I still do this? They was like, yeah, but we're not taking, I had to submit a video audition. So they said, we're not taking videos after this certain time. So I kept having to retake the video.
Like 40 retakes.
I did like 40 retakes, yeah. But I would honestly say, just capitalize on opportunity. If you want to do something, do it.
Literally. Yes, do it.
Don't let your age, I don't care if you're a freshman. We all freshmen.
And honestly,
do it, bro.
And one more thing,
anything that you can.
If you think you're not qualified for something, just apply anyway. Cause
literally, I tell you, so many people be like, I didn't think I was gonna get any of the stuff that I've been blessed with, but just submitting application is like so important. I also want to say, if you want to do anything and your friend don't, please do not let your friend hold you.
Yeah,
please do not. Like,
let's touch on that.
Listen,
y'all. When y'all get to college and y'all have y'all friend group, I love my friend group down. But I'm telling y'all can't move as one. Y'all are grown adults. This ain't high school no more. So just because one of your friends don't want to go to the CAF, one of your friends don't want to go to this event, anything, go by yourself, bro. Like, please don't allow your friends to limit stuff that you want to do in your life. Because I promise you, anything big, you need to set yourself apart.
You might be some new friends. Shoot, you might get an opportunity just going by yourself. You never know, man.
Meet somebody else. You gotta sit with.
Might meet your wife.
You told him not to get distracted.
Right.
Like, come on.
Another
thing I want to say is, I feel like A&T definitely brings like the best out of you as far as like personal growth and development. Like, just personally speaking, like before high school, if you told me I would have campaigned for an SGA position, I would have told you. I would have told you that you were lying. Like, granted, like I remember last semester I was helping my friends with their campaigning. My mom used to always be like, "Yo, like Shemi, why are you not campaigning? Why are you not campaigning?" And I was just like, "Mom, that's not really for me." But this semester, I really just stepped out of my comfort zone and gave it a try. And like, granted, I came second place. I didn't win, but like I networked with a lot of different people. I've had a lot of different opportunities that came out of that. Like, granted, I didn't win, but because of my initiatives for my platform, I've been given the opportunity to lead the community service for AGGIE Men, which stands for the AGGIE Male Empowerment Network next semester. So also, one thing I want to say is, even though something doesn't work out for you, there's going to be blessings that come out of that situation.
Clock it. That's what
I was about to say, a not now from God don't mean not ever.
Hello.
Remember that.
I know, like, we sound like we've been like succeeding and doing a lot, but there's so many, like, I've gotten so many no's before I got a yes. Yeah. Like, I've been rejected from so many things. Like, you're going to get rejected from a lot of stuff. So when you see people on campus doing this and doing that, and it seems like, oh my God, like this person is able to do this, like, why can't I get these positions? Trust. Like, I'm sure they've gotten a lot of rejections before they actually got accepted to do the things that they wanted to do. So, for example, let's go into like campaign season. As Shemi was just saying, all three of us went for SGA positions. None of us ended up getting the SGA positions that we went for, but at the end of the day, we were still exposed to just a lot. Being able to campaign, being able to expose our different platforms to certain people. It may even like influence the incoming SGA court to like take on some of our ideas, because at the end of the day, what we were doing was for the betterment of our class. So if they do decide to take on some of those ideas, that would be good. But I do want to speak on campaign season, because that is something in and of itself. So if you don't know, campaign season at HBCUs is literally like huge. Like it's really big. Basically, campaign season is where all of the SGA positions are open for the next year, and everybody is just campaigning to try to acquire one of the positions. So like most of the time, the biggest positions that people are going for are Mrs. and Mr. ANC, and then of course you have like the president, the Mrs. and Mrs. of each class. But within doing all of that campaigning, there's a lot of hard work from all of the candidates. Then there's all of the people who are voting that are annoyed by the candidates. Then there's the people who are being messy because they're on different teams. So I think that both of them can like speak on that a little bit, because campaign season gets messy.
They bring out the worst side.
Campaign season gets very, very, very messy.
I so agree. I think, listen, this is such a loaded question, but I'm gonna preface it with the fact that something that's for you literally cannot pass you. And
Absolutely.
and I had to like literally like sleep with that quote under my pillow because I'm like, guys, really going on. Like when y'all first started this video, y'all like, oh, she's doing this, she's doing that, she's this, she's that. Listen, I got so many no's in regards to campaign season. It was nuts. Just because like first semester, I ran for Miss Freshman. I was like, okay, band is cool. It wasn't cool. Okay. So, boom, lost that. I don't even know what place I came in.
And I ran last semester too and lost too.
Lost. This semester we still want it back. Gotta try one more time. Ran it back, came in second place. I said, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, clearly that wasn't for me, but I think campaign season as a whole, I don't regret. And even though like it hurt it, sorry. Even though it hurt, sorry y'all, they trying to get me. They're trying to get me. Even though it hurt in the moment, like Amari said, the amount of networking opportunities and the opportunity to be creative and like just express myself to not only like on paper in terms of my flyers, but also in terms of like just meeting other classmates. I literally was able to build an entire organization off of like my ideas while I was building this campaign. So it's like, I don't regret running, and I would totally encourage any incoming freshmen, if you want to do it, please run. I don't care if it's 12 people running against you. I don't care if it's the entire class running against you. Go ahead and like put your name on the paper, because once you put your name out there, that's another thing that I want to touch on. Once you put your name out there, listen, it's gonna be pros and cons.
Absolutely.
But it's gonna be pros and cons. But at the end of the day, you know yourself, you know why you did it, and you have to stand on that. Stand on it, because you know, that's you, and be proud of yourself.
For sure. Going through the campaign season, one thing I want to touch on is one thing to see campaign season, and it's one thing to actually be in it yourself. I feel like that's like two completely different worlds. For me, coming to this semester, I knew I was going to do the Mr. Alpha Phi pageant for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And I knew I wanted to run for Mr. Sophomore as well. So coming to this semester, I was very, very ambitious as far as like my goals. Asia will tell you, running for a SGA position and practicing for a pageant was not the easiest thing in the world, but granted, I didn't walk away with exactly what I wanted. Like, I only walked away with the Royal Court position. But I would say, all in all, I definitely learned a lot about myself during this campaign season. Like, I learned, as far as like my business acumen, I'm really great with leadership. I know how to network with different people. I had a lot of different opportunities as well. So one thing I would say is with campaign season, if you want a campaign, don't let the like drama and antics that come with it discourage you from going.
Absolutely.
Just
If they
do it
bring
anyway.
down your poster in the elevator, baby, put another one up.
Yes.
Put the real
Yeah.
Because they will.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you
will.
can't take it personally. It's just people who like want to see their friends succeed, and so they're going around, just being messy. But it's like, what you being messy for?
And don't be on SideChat.
Don't.
Because
Let's
they
talk about
gonna post
SideChat.
you on SideChat.
We need
They're
to
gonna
talk
talk
about
about it's a lot. But definitely, like he said, do not allow all the negative stuff to discourage you. Because at the end of the day, if you're running for something, you really want to be a positive impact on campus. Do not allow other people to discourage you from doing so.
Because they writing a book about you. They an unpublished author. Like,
Them
they
the
don't
same
know
people that ain't
you.
doing nothing anyway.
Right. They
you
tweeting
sitting here
you
on
doing
my
a campaign.
They too scared. They too scared. They too insecure.
Right.
One thing I would definitely want to like also add on to that is once you put your face out there on this campus, you don't just represent yourself.
Yeah.
So I mean, all of us, we do different things on campus. We're all different. We're all involved in different ways. So we all know that in the back of our mind, every time we step out our dorm, we don't just represent ourselves. We represent something bigger than ourselves. So
Absolutely.
definitely be mindful of the fact that like every decision you make, you have to be very careful because you're not just a representation of yourself. Not only do you represent yourself, you represent your family, you represent whatever org that you're in, you represent the people that you also associate with yourself with. So just be careful, very careful.
And you represent A&T. Because like I can tell you one thing. Once we go to the parties, trust, A&T students know how to have a time. But when it comes to students who are in like authority positions here on campus or like significant positions, you're not gonna see them outside acting crazy. Like us, we're not like, we're gonna go outside, we're gonna have a time, we're gonna be led at the darties and stuff, but like you're not gonna catch us doing all of the extra crazy stuff because like he said, like you are a reflection of
There's
a
always
lot
somebody,
more.
like I promise you, this school, it's like, ain't that the girl that ran for this?
Hello?
Ain't that so-and-so?
Yeah.
Wait
You
a
would
minute.
think somebody doesn't know who you, like you would think people don't know who you are at the school, people definitely know who you are.
Because your face was on that flyer that they seen every time they walked out the door.
Yeah.
So win or lose, you're constantly like, you're putting yourself out there.
Sure.
Okay.
And
Let's talk about social media and SideChat.
SideChat needs to be
Let me
tell y'all what SideChat is.
Define SideChat.
Marvin. Okay, so SideChat is a anonymous, let me say it again, anonymous social media app, almost like that resembles Twitter. But basically, A&T students can join the community, the A&T community on SideChat, and you get like this fake username like Blue Chair 32, and you can tweet about any or post about anybody. They say that you're not allowed to use names or like identifiable things, but people do it anyway. They'll find things about you that are unique and just be like, that'll be you. You know, like if they know it's you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so they'll just people be on there sometimes positive, sometimes negative. They think they're being funny, but it's really not. Like, I don't know. It's not. It's to me. I think. It might have started as a positive thing, but I'm positively sure that it has become a negative thing.
Yeah,
just because
it's not good for your
its impact.
It's a lot more negative than
They
positive.
will post your man in there, say who talked to him, who messed with him. Y'all know such and such. Y'all just, like we said, be mindful of how you represent yourself anywhere, anytime you go somewhere on campus, regardless of wherever you post. People talk, and it will be on SideChat.
It's going to be on SideChat.
Yes, and you will have a negative aura behind your name, and your aura should be none other than like excellence.
And honestly, for real, y'all, like everything they saying is true, but you could be doing almost everything right, and people gonna say something negative.
Literally. I just posted on SideChat during campaign season because, bro, I posted a TikTok and I was telling students like, if you're coming to A&T, you're more than likely not gonna be in villages. Like you're just not. Like if you're a freshman student and you're not in honors, you're not going to be in villages. Like, I know they're going to bring you by the stew and during your tour, but you're not going to be in villages. Somebody posted to the SideChat and was like, and she has the nerve to be running for class president. What?
But the funny thing is, it's like, she didn't say anything that was wrong. And the thing was, she told the truth.
Right.
But what the problem was, she told the hard truth. Like, and you know.
Some people just don't want to hear it. And that's why I will say, like, even though, you know, SideChat can be so negatively impacted, take everything with a grain of salt.
Literally.
You wind up on SideChat, baby, just
laugh.
Literally. Because you're funny, because at the end of the day, you know my name, because you're talking about me, but I don't know who you are. So it's like, okay, like who's really, you know.
I don't even have that.
You behind the screen.
Okay, I probably didn't even see you.
I'll say as far as SideChat, so I'm gonna be very transparent with y'all.
I was about to pull it up.
Last semester, I'm not gonna lie, I used to like play a lot on social media. I wasn't posting nothing crazy, but I used to joke and troll a lot.
He winded up on SideChat.
Yeah, it's so funny because like my friends was like, "Shem, you better stop playing. They gonna put you on SideChat. You better stop playing. They gonna put you on SideChat." I was like, I ain't gonna be on SideChat.
But it's crazy because they put his whole face on SideChat.
They're like, when I say they didn't even just post the dark skin dude with this and that. They put my face. They think because they
come in.
Yeah.
Special guys. Special guys.
We have Mr. We have T.
Look at him.
We have Mr. A&T in the building. I'm good.
What's going on?
What up?
You have to give your best advice to incoming freshmen.
This is Mr. North Carolina A&T State University.
God bless you all. If I had some advice for you all, it would be to simply just be yourself and walk into the rooms like you own them, because nobody on this campus knows you like you do. So when you come into these rooms and when you occupy these spaces and talk to these people, they've never seen you before. So it's time for a fresh start. So just come in and be that woman and be that man that you know you are, and allow the other people to see the people that, or the person that you know that you are. You know, that's pretty much, I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, it does. No, we did. But are you done?
Well, long story short, like, my friends were like, oh, Shemmy, stop playing, you're gonna end up on SideChat. Lo and behold, they took a screenshot of me on SideChat, like my name, like not my name, my face and my TikTok tag was on there, so like, I would say just be very careful. Like,
So social media etiquette, like as far as your main page, spam page is cool, but y'all, going to A&T, again, if you want to do anything on this campus, big or not even small, your social media is a big part of that, how you represent yourself on the media, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. clean up your main pages, please.
Yeah.
Middle fingers,
No.
no middle
All that
finger.
alcohol
Taking shots.
and them substances, y'all be, you know, no.
Get all that off.
Why? Because it's like, why are you posting yourself smoking on your main
Right.
page?
Yes, and I will say like another thing. A&T alumni are very involved, like extremely
Our alumni
involved.
base is
like,
really huge.
Yeah, like our alumni pride themselves on being alumni that are dedicated to the school. So like I went to a workshop this past weekend. And I was with a whole bunch of A&T alumni, and like literally they're giving us their Instagrams, like their literal Instagrams. So it's just like you will find a lot of the times where like you're like there's grown people that have grown jobs that can get you real good connections, and they'll like connect with you through Instagram. You should not have no picture of you with a bottle and you half naked on your Instagram,
the
because
booty to the
then
front.
they're gonna be
Nah,
looking at you
don't
like,
do that.
oh.
You're a bad look for their company or their opportunity that they were going to give you.
Yeah,
And-
so-
That's not the Aggie Pride.
And I will also say,
Yeah.
even outside of a professional standpoint, like, well, I guess so-and-so, the clubs that you apply for, the opportunities you apply for on campus, the
They ask for
opportunities
the
that I have been applying for on campus, like this pageant, I had to give them my Instagram. Like, hello, you're representing an organization, representing a club, you're representing whoever is about to give you this opportunity. They're not going to have
Nope.
anybody looking crazy.
Nobody want to be associated with somebody that's wild and bro.
Yeah, it's 9 times out of 10 you're underage.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
And if you do decide that you're gonna go outside and do something crazy and somebody gets it on video and you are in a position of power,
Cooked.
they will take you out of that position with quickness. That position will be gone with speed. Like literally, don't put yourself in a position to get your position taken.
People have lost their full rights.
It's so embarrassing. Don't do it to yourself.
And so y'all, when y'all commit and post y'all stuff on Decision and y'all getting that big Ncat, it's gonna be probably like Ncat 27 x Ncat 28 group meet.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bunch of 6 stars party promoters, and they are going to try to force you to buy that all access pass so you could get into all the parties when you touch
Do
down.
not buy that.
Unless
Class 26 or Class 26 told me that. They said, don't buy it. I was like, girl, what you mean don't buy it? I'm trying to go to the parties.
Unless it's free,
Listen.
get it. If it ain't
Don't
free,
buy
don't
it.
do it. Don't do
buy
it. Don't do it.
And I will say 6 Stars itself, 6 Stars is an entertainment like group here on campus. I will say that a lot of times you will find that 6 Stars is more so with like the freshmen. I don't know if that's like just because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
But like, cause I don't even feel like they host bad.
Yeah, I
parties.
feel like
just
Welcome
think
Week
it's
going
just
to
like
6
a
Star stuff.
freshman thing. Like
Yeah,
it's like a freshman candidate event. Like you have to go to 6
I'll say
Stars
go.
parties.
That
But, like,
Welcome Week party, yeah, it was deep. It was fun.
But as you trickle out of your freshman year, you're gonna start to go to like other other integrated
You'll know
groups.
if
It's not gonna be 6
College
Stars.
days.
Yeah, so let's recommend some parties.
College days.
College days, 100% tap it with them.
We're gonna put. Matter of fact, we're gonna put the Instagrams of all these people because you need to.
Yeah.
You have
Follow
to
those
get into that
pages.
too. Yeah.
Especially your welcome week is gonna be a whole bunch of parties. Even like coming up to GHO during GHO, listen like
You don't know what GHO is?
oh
Greatest homecoming on earth.
yeah.
A time, y'all, an experience.
A must have.
Hey, man.
A must see.
To,
A must do.
hey, I know I had a time.
Get your pockets right.
GHO is lit.
Get your pockets right for GHO, for Welcome Week,
Right.
for all of that. Because you're going to want to buy parties, buy outfits, tickets.
Food.
Get your bread right. I'm talking about college groups. What party groups.
Okay.
So there's college days.
Next level.
There's next level. There's 4E entertainment. You have top 5. You got 2-way. You got 6 Stars. That's a plethora right there.
There's a lot of them, and I feel like really it just depends on you, like who you are, how you like the party. You can experiment with all of them and just see what you like the best, what vibe you like the best, which people you like to be with
Sure.
the most.
You need to
say
say
hey?
party every weekend.
Hey,
How are you?
What up?
whose channel is this for?
Both of
Both
us.
of ours.
Hey.
Yes, this is really good.
This is Moses. Moses is a computer science major. He's also from Prince George's County, Maryland.
And he a barber.
We went to high school together.
And
Very black excellence is in the room. In the room.
I
No, I have a really good roommate situation, but I've heard so many bad things about people with their roommates. So I just feel like it's something very important that I also say outside of roommates, I just want to say don't let your room be the hangout room. I don't like really. It's gonna end up. It's gonna end up being-
Don't do it. Listen.
her room is the hangout room
traumatized.
for like our friend group, and I just don't.
We gonna know. We gonna run it back. Don't make your room the hangout room. Don't do
She got a story.
it. People leave their trash, they eat your food, they sleep in your bed.
Dang.
Y'all don't do it. Because yes, your room gonna be the hangout spot, but hospitality don't come with that. You gotta clean it up after the fact. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Sorry.
I'm scared. I love our roommates. And I think Celia's so right, because from the jump, when we decorated our room, it was like, this room not the hangout room. Y'all not gonna break none of this. So I think like, also, listen, before I even knew I was a scholar, I was looking for roommates on Instagram. Please do not pick your roommate from a, hey, you need a roommate DM. Baby, I don't care if you look at their page, they look so nice. Listen, maybe have a FaceTime. My roommate and I FaceTime up until the week of move-in to coordinate our rooms, just to like get each other's vibes. Like, do not select your roommate with a roommate pin before FaceTiming.
Yeah. Also, what I did with my roommate, we like kind of conversed and decided like, okay, we're gonna be roommates, and we figured out that we were going to the same new student orientation. So at new student orientation, if you could coordinate with you and your roommate to meet up beforehand, so y'all could be in the same space in line. If y'all are in the same spot in line, y'all are able to stay with each other for new student orientation. So I suggest that. Also, when it goes to the whole roommate thing, a part of me feels like, if you like know somebody from back at home, I would not recommend you to be roommates with anybody that you're really good friends with. Like, it has its pros. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't work out. Like, it has its pros, and y'all could have like a really good living situation, but oftentimes living with people brings out different sides of them, and I wouldn't want you to like hinder a friendship or sacrifice that because of stuff that's happening because y'all are living with each other. Because having a roommate is more than just sleeping in the bed, y'all. Yeah. It comes like, if we gonna be honest with you, we in college, it comes with visitation. When your roommate wanna get a boo, or if they don't, if you the one with the boo, like bringing people in, communicating when anybody else is gonna be in a room, trash, cleanliness, like it's a lot that goes into that. And you would say like, nah, I don't care, they could do that, she fine. Over time,
You gotta wake up to them every day.
over time.
Sharing food in the same fridge.
Every day. Yeah, like I would set, but I ain't gonna say coming there. Like, don't come to your roommate talking about something you can and cannot do it. Don't be coming up there like,
don't do that. Have a conversation.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like you should talk.
Yeah,
like,
about
when
what y'all
first
doing
get on
on
campus. What is okay? What you guys feel like is appropriate? When guests can come, when guests can't come. Like, definitely have those conversations before it gets to a situation where it's like, oh my God, her boyfriend is here all the time. Like, I can't stand this, and now y'all hate each other because you're mad that she was bringing her boyfriend in. When y'all could have talked about it beforehand.
Exactly. It's gonna be nothing worse than coming to your room and hitting your roommate.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I've already seen so many fights in not my building, but
in general,
my adjacent building and the buildings near me, where people are literally fighting because their roommate is rude. Their roommate have their boyfriend over all the time. Their roommate is eating their food. Their roommate is not cleaning the bathroom. Like, it's just stuff that y'all can talk about. Can you come in? I want to know.
Miss A&T.
Oh yes, we just had Mr. A&T.
Oh my gosh, you missed
that.
Okay, we're filming a YouTube video. This is our Mrs. North Carolina A&T.
We just saw Mr.
We asked Mr. Could he give some advice to the incoming freshmen? So do you have any advice for the incoming freshmen?
Yes, I would say yes to a lot of things. Try everything before you say you can't, because you never know where it'll lead to. That's always my number one. So always get those new experiences, because it'll go by really fast. And then you'll be a senior, and then you'll be trying to figure out what you're about to do with your life because you're an adult now. And that might have been me spiraling. But really just go out and try everything and take in every single experience. Good and bad, you'll learn from it.
That's good.
Thank you. Let me please tell y'all one org that I feel like everybody needs to apply to. Lewis Gives. Lewis Gives. It's a community service-based organization. Everything's community service. Literally everything. One thing I will say is when people join organizations and there's a lot of members, they find that when they release community service, there's only like 20 slots, and so they can't get community service through the organization. Lewis Gives is a community service organization. They drop like 5 to 6 different community services a week. There's always community service for you to partake in. Every meeting is you doing some form of community service. Everybody should get involved with Lewis Gives if you can. If you can get accepted, apply. Get into it.
Yeah. And so to touch on what she was saying, a lot of the larger orgs, I promise you, if an org has over like 100, like, and some of these orgs be having like 300 plus people. 9 times out of 10, if you're in one of those orgs with 300 plus people, you're gonna be fighting for your life to even know the people in your org or to get community service. But as far as me, the orgs that I'm in that I would recommend, I would 100% recommend Noble Brothers and Sisters. That org itself, I want to say, like, it changed my life. It changed my college experience. I'm very grateful to be a part of Noble Brothers and Sisters. Another organization I am in is called Feed the Streets. It's for a great cause, and the org, we're feeding the streets. So those are 2 big ones that I definitely would recommend.
I would say join Aggie Men for all the young men. Like it's literally a club, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's literally an organization, or I guess club, dedicated to first and second year male students. And the whole purpose behind it is to actually it's for the retention of male students at school, because a lot of us, especially in the African American community, we struggle. Yes, we may go to school, but a lot of us end up dropping out, and so our female counterparts end up graduating, and we're behind. And so that's why I really like the club. So yeah, every man should join, every young man.
I just want to shout out mentoring for her and also her campus. I'd like to join a lot of like female-oriented clubs, even though it's a female-dominated campus, woman-dominated campus. I think that just building that safe space of like sisterhood and community is super duper important to me. So those are just like a safe space for us to go do community service, go have like good talks, and so I would definitely recommend those.
I would say for the orgs, I would recommend, they've already said, Lewis Gibbs, Aggie Men. I would say for any engineering students, please join NSBE, the National Society of Black Engineers, at the Ncat chapter. It's a very good organization as well. If you happen to be computer science or computer engineering, I would say join Association of Computer Machinery. I feel like that's a great organization as well. And also, regardless if you're African or not, join African Athletes Coalition. AAC is a great organization.
It's lit.
They're very inclusive to all demographics within the African diaspora. It's a great organization, so I would join that.
AAC is lit.
Okay,
Sure.
this question just rolled in, and so the question is, what's the chance of getting good housing with NSO2? Me and her went to new student orientation too. So again, what I'm going to emphasize, y'all, this campus, out of all the dorms, I want to say like 9-10 of the dorms are all girl dorms. So if you are a female, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be staying in an all girl dorm unless you luck up and get a suite. So like being a girl, y'all, there's so many dorms for us, so you're probably not getting a suite. So NSO2, when we was applying for housing, the first NSO snatched up them suites. They took them with quickness.
Yeah, like NSO1 is gonna get all of the suites and Summer Villages.
Like they snatched them up expeditiously. So when it came to us, I didn't even have any of them listed. Like they just weren't an option.
Yeah,
so,
we had communal. We only had communal. I only had communal. I didn't even have an option for suites.
Yeah.
Like I didn't have an option for Barbie or Haley, which are 2 of the suites that are set up like 8 people share a bathroom. But yeah, I only had communal options. So I think they say the earlier orientation goes to the better housing, which isn't necessarily true, because like NSO1 definitely gets really good housing, and then I feel like NSO2 kind of just gets what's left over in 3 and 4.
Once you get
but
to
then
5,
once you get to like the 5 and the 6, they get left over. No, but then also there's a lot of them who end up in like Pride and suites and stuff. So it really just depends. Like I know a girl who's in Pride and she went to NSO6.
I would just say though, still go to an earlier NSO, because the longer you wait to go to NSO, the less people that's going to be there. And it's still going to be fun, but it's not going to be as lit as everybody else that you've seen. It's less people.
NSO 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. I went to NSO 2, and as far as housing goes, like I was like, I had the second time slot for housing. And by the time I got there, all I had was Cooper and Barbie. So I mean, I would say, like they said, there's no guarantees, but I would definitely still advise go to the earliest NSO you can, because it's just as far as like, you know, getting yourself immersed into that A&T culture is really going to be best if you go to those earlier NSOs, because you're going to have a lot of fun, meet a lot of them fun and engaging ASLs. So I would say definitely going to NSO too, like our early NSO definitely like set the tone for me having a really good A&T experience.
And there's ways to get around it. If you have your roommate who goes to like an earlier NSO, like NSO 1, or if you want to wait and your roommate went to a later NSO, as long as your roommate has your pen and puts you in and pick you as a roommate, you'll be good if that was like your situation. Yeah.
Going off of like how we're talking about orientation right now, I do just want to emphasize the importance of taking advantage of orientation in itself. Literally, Sela, I met her at orientation and we're literally like so close. Like this is one of my closest friends.
I feel like No, I feel like people need to know that there's probably students who are like that. I feel like they should.
Okay, so basically, when I was at NSO, before I came into college, I was very like, kind of just always by myself, very isolated because I was in a dual degree program. So like I wasn't really in high school with my high school like counterparts. I was at a community college a lot of the times. So when I came to A&T and I was at orientation, I was literally sitting in the caf by myself.
And she has an RBF.
So bored. Like I was just sitting in there. I'm literally like texting my peoples back home. I'm like, oh my God, like I cannot like just not have any friends when I get here. So I'm sitting in the caf. I see Sela and some other girls sitting at a table, and I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm just gonna go up to them and I'm gonna ask them, can I eat my lunch with them? Like, so I was like, I got up and I was like, I literally had to have a talk with myself. So I got up and I walked over to Sela's table and I was like, can I eat with y'all? And they were like, yeah. And then like all of them, they're all really cool. I still talk to all of them, but like Sela's my closest friend, and that's how we became cool.
That's so cute.
You really at this school, y'all, you just gotta start saying, hey.
Literally,
Absolutely.
just talk.
Like here's my famous line. I'd be like, hey, I know your face, but like from where? Like where I know your face from?
Yeah.
It's probably Instagram, you know. I literally met Shemi and Phil from the spam community. Like
Oh, one thing I want to touch on. If you follow someone on social media and you see them real time, don't be speak to them.
Don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Don't be
Speak to them.
weird.
Like
Don't
we're
be
all
bougie.
granted. Some of us have social anxiety. We're all nervous. Like just speak. Like like no one's gonna bite you. Like just speak. Like that's what I would say. Like for example, Sela. Like I met Sela because of like TikTok, Instagram, stuff like that, and then eventually we started speaking in like real time. And like we're really cool. So just if you follow somebody, you see them in real time, just speak. Like
Yeah, because 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna be like mean. Like a lot of people here are very nice people. Like for example, Asia. I think we just met like maybe like 3 weeks ago. Like we were both campaigning.
Instagram.
We followed each other on Instagram and then just started speaking to each other in person. Like it literally be that simple.
like everybody
Like,
be cool, calm, cute.
yeah.
They could dress, they fly.
They could dress.
No.
You cute. You guys could dress. 9 out of 10. You guys are too funny. But yes, I definitely agree. Just say hi to people.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
You're feeling a mini cap line.
Yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Literally.
When you a freshman, bro, you gotta understand like nobody knows anybody.
No.
So, like don't feel like you're it's the natural human instinct to feel awkward about it. But
Yeah.
But
like, you
everybody
gotta
does.
understand. You want friends or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I would say first semester is probably your prime time.
Welcome week.
Listen,
NSO, all of that.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna say it's hard. You can't make friends afterwards. Once you get to second semester, your sophomore year and stuff, like everybody is basically has a friend group. They have friends. You can still meet people, but your first welcome week is the people that's gonna take you into G-Ho. You're gonna be with them during G-Ho. You're gonna be with them during like Aggie Fest. That's your group for real.
One thing I will say to kind of like what she said is right, but one thing what I will say is like try and I'm not gonna say be friends with everybody, but see who you rock with. Because one thing my aunt told me, I'm sorry, Mark. One thing my aunt told me was like after about like 30 to 40 days, people's true colors start to come out. So yeah, let's say you get attached to about 5 people. Maybe after those 30 to 40 days, them 5 people that you cool with,
You don't even like them.
You don't even like
That's
them.
fair.
The group that fell out. So I would honestly say like, I guess like maybe dabble if that's the word.
Yeah,
but really,
I agree. I do that.
yeah,
I agree too.
really just see, all right, what type of people do you rock with? And then after those 30, 40 days, if they still solid, then most likely they're your people.
Yeah.
That don't mean like stop making friends. Keep making friends.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
You're gonna always be the bigger network than just your one little group.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say is, so again, I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland, and like PG. To be honest, it's kind of like a pipeline as far as people from PG.
Oh my gosh! If you're from PG, you watch this video, just
And
know you got.
we run
You
this school.
got 30,000 cousins. Like everybody from PG.
Like granted, like yeah, we have a lot of people that come down here, but one thing I want to say is, don't be comfortable with just being cool with people that's from your county.
Absolutely.
Like, definitely branch out and
To
make new
everywhere.
friends.
Everything.
Because I've had people that are from where I'm from and they say like, oh, people at this school are cliquish or like people are mean, but like they didn't really take the effort and time to like
You don't talk to
like
nobody.
step out of the
Yeah,
comfort zone
yeah.
and meet people. Like me, I'm only a freshman. I know I'm very close with a lot of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Like I really just put myself out there. So definitely, if you come to the school and you know people already, like granted, still be cool with them. But college is like experience. Like at the end of the day, it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So definitely like, make sure you network yourself properly.
Exactly what he just
You know what I'm
said.
saying? So like,
And while we're at it, I just really want to shout out Delaware. If there's any high school seniors, juniors, even sophomores, please, like, there's 5 of us. Just get your application going. Like, get your application in here.
Wow.
Very underrepresented at A&T. And I feel like, and Delaware isn't really like a white town, but it's a whiter town. So I feel like a lot of us aren't really exposed to the HBCU. Like we have Del State, but Del State isn't the best example of an HBCU. So we kind of gear towards Penn State, UD, like Villanova. And so it's like, just come on to A&T, you're gonna love it, I promise.
Right. You'll love it here.
And let me note one more thing. So how Shemi was saying how he is acclimated with, people of all classes. Something that me and my friend Amari did this year, we decided to go on a spring break trip with a travel group called Next Level. It's just a travel agency that's founded by A&T alum. So we were the only freshmen on this trip. We were very nervous, very scared because it was straight upperclassmen, juniors and seniors. We're just like, oh my gosh, we're going to be the only freshmen. Are they going to be mean? Like, a lot of thoughts were going through our head about what our experience would be. We said, forget it. We're going to go on this trip with all these upperclassmen. We're going to see how it goes. Y'all, that may have been
That was one
best
of the best trips
money I ever spent in my life.
Best trips I ever
Literally
made.
the connections, the networking, everything that this little spring break trip we decided to go on to, y'all, it literally made me come into the second half of the semester with a completely different mindset. And I'm not even exaggerating. Little stuff like that. People would, because a lot of people on the trips is like, big names, big faces, and people would assume like, certain things. No, y'all, it's really down to earth people that are so kind and just pour into their youngins. Like,
And I would say when you get to college, especially like looking at things that are on SideChat and stuff, you will find a lot of times that people that are in higher up positions, people literally just hate on them. Don't take what everybody says about a specific person here on campus as what is true, because a lot of times it's not true. It's a lot of times it's just people hating on them, people making up
jealousy,
stuff.
envy.
Yeah, like people will make up stuff about you in a second, and that will become the newfound belief about you.
for sure.
And I would just say, like, for a lot of those people who are in those higher up positions, don't assume that they're cocky, or don't just go off of what people say about them on SideChat, because a lot of times they just be hating on them.
And they down to earth. They will speak to you. They will know you, and you. That's what happened with us. They was knowing us, and we didn't like. Yeah, I know who you are, but how do you know me? Like literally.
Yeah.
So just
they're
be
definitely
mindful.
cool. Because at the end of the day, they were still elected by a majority of the student body to get their
And they're
position.
students
so it's like,
themselves.
literally. So it's like they're not
For sure.
evil people or monsters.
Really?
Aggie
Aggie
Bride.
born, Aggie bred.
Right.
Don't step your feet on Aggie land if that Aggie pride not instilled in you.
Hello?
If you a complaining Aggie, stay home. I can't say that.
That's real.
No. Hello.
Listen.
Walk by faith and not by sight.
Because one thing
Literally.
Aggies do
It's due.
is we stand by this school.
Yes.
I don't care if
Like,
the heat off, the water off.
Don't step in the
the cat-
reflection pool.
Yes. Don't come. Another thing, I already made a video about this, but again, y'all don't come to this school off of TikToks and vibes. At the end of the day,
Don't
this
do
is not
it.
perfect. This is not Disney Channel. It ain't no fairy tale, y'all. It's college.
This is
it's
real
an HBCU in
life.
Greensboro. Yes. If you are a type of person that cannot deal with adversity, you can't deal with problems, issues, any type of minor inconvenience.
Alright, okay.
Like,
Don't do her.
Okay.
like,
Don't do her.
like-
She's speaking. Talk to
No,
her.
she's
definitely
dropping
Turn
gems.
your mic up.
like,
dropping
bruh,
gems.
because like, if you can't deal with minor inconveniences, not even just being at A&T, being a college student, being an adult,
Yeah.
this ain't for you, boo. If anytime something goes wrong, you go run to TikTok and tell everybody, I hate my school.
Yeah.
Don't come
Don't
here.
be that one.
Don't come
be
here.
that one.
Because I promise
you'll
you,
end up on SideChat.
we
about
ride
that
at
one.
dawn.
Negative.
We ride
What
at
about it? We
dawn
don't
about
play.
this HBCU.
We don't
We
play
ride at
that.
dawn.
Right.
I'm gonna play.
Bill don't play.
Play.
So furthermore, if y'all have any further questions, I can make
Comment them.
that. And we could make follow-up videos, TikTok, YouTube, however y'all want that to go, Instagram even. Just hit us. We have to fit this in everybody's schedule, so
Literally. And we pushing this out, what, like 2 weeks before decision day?
yeah, I'm gonna try to edit this like now.
Yeah.
My name is Sela,
I'm Amari.
I'm Asia.
I'm Phil.
I'm Chevy.
and if y'all happen to watch this video and y'all see y'all, and y'all see us when we come to campus, y'all say hey, say hello.
Yes.
Please,
If y'all need
love y'all.
anything, don't be shy
Just
to
don't
reach
ask me
out.
for money.
We for the people.
Nah, if y'all have any questions,
I ain't got it.
DM me for sure.
Definitely.
I'm like, what?
PRIDE.
What?
Give me that.
Give me that. Give me that. Give me that.
AGGIE.
y'all for being here.
better.
Bye, y'all.